From blood cells on patrol to robots on patrol, we're keeping our eyes open today on CNN 10. I'm Carl Azus with your Wednesday edition of our show. By this time next week, at least 48 U.S. states will have relaxed some of their restrictions concerning coronavirus. There's a lot of debate about this. Many health officials say opening up the country too soon could lead to more cases and deaths from COVID-19. Many business owners say keeping things closed could lead to a crash of the economy with more jobs lost. Scientists around the world are racing to test and study different medications, like the one we told you about last week that could help sick people recover faster. Scientists around the world are racing to develop a coronavirus vaccine, though one of those could still be a year away or more. And while coronavirus testing can help officials know who's sick now, antibody testing can help them know who's had this disease in the past. This is crucial because doctors say up to 50% of the people who have coronavirus have zero symptoms when they're tested. So there could be a lot of people who have this disease or who have recovered from it without ever knowing they'd contracted COVID-19, and they could have unknowingly spread it to others. We've reported that the novel coronavirus was officially identified in Wuhan, China in mid-December of last year, but U.S. intelligence agencies were tracking it there in November. The first case in the United States was confirmed on January 21st, but more research is coming out that suggests it was spreading in America and other countries well before that. So antibody testing, when it works accurately, could supply some of the missing pieces of the coronavirus puzzle.
One of the ways our immune system protects us from viruses is through antibodies. Antibodies are proteins in our blood that attach themselves to parts of viruses. That limits the infection and also alerts white blood cells to come in, attack, and eliminate the virus. So in many cases, if the body encounters the same virus again, the immune system has leftover antibodies that are taught and remember the previous infection. These cells can either fight off the deadly virus directly, or they can produce more antibodies to help prevent the infection. Researchers aren't entirely sure why this process works so well for some viruses, but not others. Our immune system seems to remember some viruses better than others. A person is generally protected for life after one encounter with viruses like chickenpox or polio. However, there are some viruses that our immune systems seem to easily forget. Scientists have reported that immunity could be short-lived after encounters with some common seasonal coronaviruses, which can cause the common cold. That could help explain why we can repeatedly get sick with something as simple as a cold, even if we think we've been exposed to cold viruses before. We could be getting exposed to new strains as well. And some viruses, like the flu, can mutate often, which means our old antibodies no longer work against new strains. While most experts do believe that we're probably going to have some protection after being infected with the coronavirus, we're still not sure just how long that protection will be or how strong.
10-second trivia. Where would you find the oldest underground railway in the world? London, United Kingdom, Moscow, Russia, New York, New York, or Budapest, Hungary? A section of the London Underground dates back to 1863, making it the world's oldest underground railway. When it was first built, workers dug large trenches through the streets, reinforced them, put roofs on them, and then rebuilt the street surface on top. Did this impact traffic? Yes, badly. Did it work? Yes. The first year it was opened, the London Underground carried more than 9 million passengers when only a few million people lived in London at the time. Building methods got better though. As the subway expanded, large shields were developed and pushed through the soil beneath the city streets. And one of these relics can be seen today. All you gotta do is look beneath the surface.
Most central London Underground stations have some form of disused space. But some have far more than just something. They have whole forgotten pockets of history that really tell a fascinating story. We're actually kind of commuting in a living museum. It feels very much like you're stepping from our normal day-to-day lives into something completely unusual. This is the Moorgate station that you might recognize and be very familiar with, but where I'm about to take you now is somewhere that the public has not seen since 1924. Moorgate was actually the first station that was extended on the first underground railway in the world, which was the Metropolitan Railway, which opened in 1863. And so Moorgate is one of the oldest underground stations in London. This station's quite extraordinary in the way it's evolved over 150 years since it opened. What we're looking at here is a passageway built and opened in 1900 when the City and South London Railway extended from King William Street to Moorgate. You can see there are some original features all around us, in particular the white and black tiles, which are beautiful glass tiles. And here we've got some incredible posters that have been left over since 1936. For example, an advert for Lifebuoy soap, which was an incredibly popular soap back in the 30s and 40s and up until the 70s. And it really gives you a sense of kind of stepping back in time. Here again, you can see way out to the lifts, would have said there. But also quite interestingly, right next to it is an old no smoking sign that's sort of slowly been kind of peeled away. This is actually from the Second World War. It's not from 1924 when these passageways closed. And that's because this whole area was used as a staff accommodation during the height of the Blitz. It definitely feels like, you know, you're somewhere you kind of shouldn't be when you come through here. This is the only complete Great Head shield on the entire London Underground network. And this has been here since 1904 and will be here for the foreseeable future. The whole of the London Underground would have been built with basically shields just like these. The line was actually supposed to be extended further south to Lothbury. They started excavating the extension, but they ran out of money, and instead of dismantling the entire thing, they just decided to put concrete into the tunnel and seal it up that way, probably with the hopes that maybe one day they would be able to finish the job, but they never did. The London Underground is such a fundamental part of city life. Everyone equates London with the tube. Quite rare for us in terms of experiences is that you're actually able to go and see and feel and viscerally experience these closed off spaces.
The robotic dogs we've seen from Boston Dynamics aren't exactly the cuddly, furry sort you want to pick up and snuggle. Then again, this ain't no therapy dog. Its name is Spot. It's not trained, but it is programmed. Its job is to play a pre-recorded message in a human voice to encourage people to practice social distancing. Spot's cameras can also estimate how many people are hanging around. This is a pilot program at a park in Singapore, and if it's successful, more people at more parks could see more Spots in the days ahead. Just the sight of that would make some people scaredy cats, and those who break the law could see Spot as man's best fiend. But if you're not a cat person, you're not dogged by robots, and you're not afraid of a canine crime fighter who's a little McGruff around the edges, you won't mind walking with Spot as long as the project isn't short-circuited. Puyallup High School is watching today from Puyallup, Washington. It was great to see your comment at our YouTube channel. I'm Carl Azus, and CNN 10 will be tomorrow.